everybody hear me? Hopefully people can. Hello, I am talking. Can people hear me? Alright, hopefully people can hear me. That would not be good if people couldn't hear me. Because if no one can hear me... Oh! Oh, hey, people can hear me! Sweet! Okay. Yo, thanks for the good luck, Lahawk. More volume? Okay. Let me try and increase the volume a little bit. Okay. Okay, increase the volume a little bit. Hopefully people can hear me. So hopefully everybody can hear me. Alright. Alright. We're good now? Alright. Alright, so here we go. Kirby's Superstar Stacker. So this is the Japanese only sequel to Star Stacker on the Game Boy. So this version actually has a couple different modes. The one we're going to be doing is round clear. So we'll actually get started right now, and I will explain a little bit about round clear. Alright, so here we go. Alright, so here we go. So we are playing on very hard difficulty here. And the idea for round clear is we have to clear off enough star blocks so that we defeat King DDD and move on to the next stage. Now we clear star blocks by getting 2 of our little friend blocks. So you may see like hamsters, fish, and whatever the little green cube thing is. So we have to get 2 of our like little friends together in a horizontal vertical line. And we have to get as many star blocks in between those 2 like friends as possible. So we're almost done there. So you may notice King DD has an HP meter. So that HP meter indicates how many star blocks we need to clear in order to defeat King DDD. Oh, a little bit of trouble here. So chains in this game are pretty neat. So when you get a chain, you get bonus stars to fall onto your screen. And those bonus stars also count towards the number of star blocks you need to clear. And those star blocks can also create more clears, which can extend your chain. So ideally what you want to happen is, you want to make a chain, have bonus blocks fall, and then those star blocks create more clears, which extends your chains, it gets you more bonus stars, and so on and so forth. And there we go. So you also see that there's a few different types of blocks onto the screen here. So of course the star blocks are the blocks that you want to clear, because that's what helps you defeat King DDD here. You also see that there's little pink brick blocks. So when you clear a pink brick block, it'll change to a star block, which then you can clear that star block to get King DDD with. You'll also notice that there's also some bomb blocks. So clearing a bomb block, what happens is it will clear one complete row of blocks for you. So if it clears any star blocks, it counts towards, you know, you clearing blocks that you need to defeat King DDD with. But it will only count star blocks. So if a bomb clears, say, a pink brick block, it won't count it. So another interesting thing about this game is if you press up, you can actually swap the two blocks in place without rotating them. It may seem like a silly little thing, but there's actually situations where that is actually pretty useful. So the way you can game over in this game is if any one of your middle two columns gets all the way up to the top of the screen. So if columns, you know, so if the far left two or right two columns reach the top of the screen, you won't die. But if any of the middle two column stacks reach the top, then it's you game over basically Puyo Puyo style, and then you have to try the round all over again. And you don't want that to happen, because then you feel pretty sad. So every 5 rounds in round clear mode, you get a board where it's set up for you to do one big massive chain to basically get out a one-hit KO on King DDD. The challenge for you is to actually place the 2 blocks in the correct spot, so that you can get a one-hit KO off of King DDD. Because if you don't put him in the right spot, then you're gonna have to kind of work a little bit harder to get King DDD off. But generally, it's not too bad. King DDD's almost done here. That will do it right there. So, very hard difficulty has 30 rounds. So, it's a fair bit, but it's not too long. So there, nice little chunk of star blocks right there, quickly getting DD's HP down there. Try to get rid of those bricks. King DD is tough. I mean, that's why he's a very formidable boss in the Kirby games here. Ooh, that was a pretty good chain. Alright. Just a few more blocks. There we go. A little extra bonus chains just to make sure about it. So each level actually has sort of a preset arrangement of blocks. But on a lot of the levels, your starting 2 blocks are actually random. There are some levels where you can actually start off with the same pair of blocks every time, but it's not always the case. Whoops. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, that could have been a nice chain. That's alright. I don't know. I mean, Kirby does beat up King DDD a lot, so you kind of have to feel bad for him. You know, always getting beat up in the Kirby games. But I mean, I guess that's why King DDD is there, to just be Kirby's little punching bag. But I mean, you know, King DDD is not always bad. I mean, you know, he did help him a lot in Kirby 64. You know, getting through some obstacles here and there. So I mean, King DDD is not always a bad king. You know, sometimes he's a good guy, and we like him. Yeah, this is kind of like Tetris, but I find it to be a little bit simpler than Tetris. You know, the actual Tetris game is pretty tough. You know, you see those really good Tetris players. Oof. Yes, you're right. You still fight King DDD in Kirby 64. But after you defeat him, then he becomes your helper. So it's kind of like, okay, you defeated me. You know, I'll help you now. And all that other jazz. Okay, so it looks like this level doesn't really have a lot of star blocks. So it looks like we're gonna have to be getting all the star blocks from chains. And, you know, some levels can actually do that, you know. There's some levels in this game where they won't give you a lot of star blocks to actually clear normally. You have to kind of earn them through chains. But if you get some really good chains off, then it's actually not that big of a deal. That was alright. That was a pretty good chain. This one will be pretty good. Maximize a little bit of value out of that 3 chain. That'll leave him with 1 left. That's the one right there. Beating 850 Tetris levels. Wow, that's pretty hardcore, dude. Okay, that was a missed drop. Oh dear. Okay, but we're gonna be okay. Okay, no, we'll be fine. Because our 2 middle stacks are nice and low. So that's actually what's really important. If our 2 middle stacks were high, then we would be in a little bit of trouble. But we are gonna be okay. Okay, this should be actually a pretty nice chain. Ooh, nice. Oh, nice. This will be it. Nice. That was actually pretty good. So this one kind of looks the same, but it's not quite the same. Ooh, that was a big clear. Alright. Okay. I need a fish. There's a fish. Okay, this chain will be really good to Get stars there, get another clear. More stars, another clear, and then even more stars. And that is how you maximize value out of your chains. Can be a little tricky to do that, but if you can pull it off, then you'll be whipping through these levels. Yeah, the starter blocks kind of act like wild cards. So, starter blocks, they kind of act as like, you know, every single, like, possible friend block. You know, it's kind of like, you know, in a deck of cards, you have, like, jokers, and they act as, like, every other card in the deck. So jokers can be paired up with anything. It's kind of like that. And also, the same thing for like the little brick blocks and the bombs. They also kind of act as wild cards, and they could be paired up with any friend block that's in a horizontal or vertical line. Ooh, okay. Might not have wanted that there, but we'll be okay. Ooh, oh, so close. Okay, we'll get him here. Alright, so round 15. We just swap the two blocks there, and the rest of it plays out by its own. So you're gonna see a lot of stars fall onto the screen here. Oh, if stars fall and then they just vanish, it means it didn't make clear. But the stars, they still count towards the stars that you need. It's only the stars that it's only the stars that fall that actually make clear actually stay on the screen for the clear. So that's why a lot of stars will vanish while some of them will actually stay. So that's what you probably just saw right there. How a lot of the bonus stars disappeared, but like one or two stayed because it actually made another clear. Okay, I need to build a bit more of a stack here. I have a lot of bombs. Problem I don't have any star blocks, so I kind of have to earn this through chains. It's another one of those tricky levels. Oh, this one's pretty. No friend blocks, it's just all star blocks. Of course, if you just clear them all out right away, DD's HP quickly goes down. Alright, let me build up a little bit of a stack here. So, kind of like in Tetris Attack or Panels Upon, you need some blocks to be able to do chains and to do combos. So it's kind of like, you know, your ammunition of the game. Alright. Yes, guys, I'm here. Don't worry. I'm here. Alright, I need some blocks to help clear some stuff out. Yeah, we don't want those middle two stacks to get too high. Okay, this will be a pretty nice chain right here. Ooh, okay, that was actually a bit of a miss right there. So usually whenever possible, you kind of want to set the blocks so that the star block is up, because that star block can actually potentially make a chain. So this board's pretty fun. It's all friend blocks, no star blocks. So we gotta do some chains here to earn our star blocks. So this is one of the things that the game can do to you is, oh baby, this is gonna be real nice. Star is there. We get 12 more here. Okay, we do have some brick blocks, so we can clear those off to make some stars. So that one was pretty good. DD is almost done. Actually, we should get him here. Yes! Alright, round 20. We're gonna put the hamster down in column 4. And let the rest of it play out. So this is the nice thing about rounds that are multiples of 5. If you just know where to put the 2 blocks that you get at the start, it's all the same every time. And you get a nice little change show here. And then we're on to the next one. So we have 10 more rounds left. Do have to be careful here. Clear these 2 stacks here. For very hard, there are 30 rounds in total. For normal, in this game, there's 10. Hard, there's 20. And then Insane has 40 rounds in this game. So since we're playing on very hard difficulty, you'll be seeing 30 rounds. Yes, the Kirby Superstar Stacker is only for the Super Famicom in Japan. The only Star Stacker game we got was for the Game Boy. Yes, yeah, this game is actually very expensive. I think when I got this game off of eBay, it was like $100 US for a copy of the game. I think it's like 80 to 100. But for a puzzle game, that's very expensive. Yeah, the Puyo version of the Kirby game, yeah, it's Kirby's Avalanche. Which I do like my fair share of Puyo, but unfortunately I'm not the greatest at that game. I mean, I do like playing Puyo, but there are some really good players that can just chain like it's nobody's business. Maybe one of these days I'll be a better Puyo player. Maybe tackle Kirby's Avalanche, but the issue with Kirby's Avalanche is that they like to use all 5 different colored Puyos, which is really hard. Because I can barely handle 4 different colors. But when you throw in 5, oof. Then chaining gets a little bit difficult. Which kind of makes, you know, seeing someone that's really good at the game all that more better. Stir. Let's clear that big stack. Thank you. I mean, technically, Zelda got a Tetris game with Tetris DS? But then, that, you know, it also has, like, Mario, Metroid. I think there was Balloon Fight. They had some Balloon Fight music in there. So I guess, technically, Zelda got a Tetris game with Tetris DS, but... yeah, it's up to you whether you really want to count that or not. Yeah, this game can be pretty crazy, but once you figure out everything, it's actually not too bad. The only thing you really have to worry about can be the fast pace of the game. Because if you ever get to play, like, Insane of this game, the blocks fall pretty fast. And, they don't really let up. Ooh, that was a nice clear. Let me build up a little bit of a stack here. Again, blocks are your ammunition to defeat King DDD. There we go, that'll do it right there. Alright. So round 25, you just move the pair one over to the right, and that's it. Oh, Tetris the Grandmaster? Oh man. I love watching Tetris the Grandmaster. Like, some of the really good players are just insane. Like, I watch Tetris the Grandmaster as, like, you know, I'm over here, like, you know, I consider myself, you know, not too bad of a Tetris player. But then I watch those Grandmaster people play, and it's like, holy smokes. Like, how do you even play Tetris that quickly? Like, their skill level in Tetris is just way beyond most people can even comprehend. Yeah, I've seen a bit of Tetris Effect. It looks like a really cool Tetris game. But the problem is that I don't have a PS4. And I don't really want to get a PS4 for just one game. You know, that'd be kind of pointless. But definitely, like, if they had like a setup of Tetris Effect at like a GDQ or something, then, like, absolutely, I'm gonna try that. Because, I mean, the game looks really, really awesome. Yeah. Yeah, Tetris Attack is actually really good if you play in virtual reality. Like, I feel like that's one of those games you gotta play in virtual reality to get, like, the full experience of the game. What is coming up next after this? Next will actually be another Tetris Attack run. But this time we will be going through the versus mode in Tetris Attack. If you do recall, a few days ago, Yoshimitsu did a stage clear run of that, and he basically whipped through it in almost record time. Yes, this is 30 rounds, so after this will be 2 more rounds. Alright, middle stacks again a little bit high. But we're actually gonna be okay now. That was a good fish right there. To just clear that whole stack. Now we got some room to play with. That's fine. Oh, this will be a nice chain. This will actually be really nice. Oh, this will get King DDD right here. Alright. Oh, that was a really good round 28. Awesome. Alright, so round 29, last of the sort of normal ones that aren't like preset to just give you a one-hit KO. And I need to be careful here. Okay, Fish Hamster was really good there. Yeah, there we go. Now we're pretty safe now. Beginning could have been a little bit sketchy there. But managed to clear a few things out of the way. Oh, sorry, I actually missed your question. The reason you don't keep friend blocks at the top of stacks is that you have to clear the friend block, and then you have to put another friend block in order to clear the stack. Now, if you do get the right pair of friend blocks, you can kind of set up a chain that way. But then you kind of rely on a little bit on RNG. One thing I actually didn't mention is if a stack of blocks goes up past the top of the screen, that block is just gone forever. So that is one way to get rid of some blocks that you don't need. It's just letting the stack keep going all the way up to the top. Also, this is the last round. So we got one big massive chain to finish it all off. And there we go. So yes, that was round clear on very hard difficulty. So after the last round is complete, Kirby hops on his Warp Star, and we get a nice little dance. So they dance, and that's it. Alright. So, yeah, that was not bad. 4350. No, this was not a PB. My PB is actually 40 minutes and 28 seconds. So, I was a little bit off from PB, but that's okay. Not a big deal. Alright, so yes, that was Kirby Superstar Stacker. I believe up next is Tetris Attack. So yes, we'll hopefully get set up for Tetris Attack next. Alright, hello, I'm back. So, here we go, Tetris Attack. Alright. So, you actually have seen a Tetris Attack run already. Alright. So, you guys have actually seen a Tetris Attack run already. However, that was stage clear, which is basically just going and clearing and just clearing really fast. However, for this run, we're going to be doing the versus com mode. And we're going to go through all 4 difficulties. Just like in Suga's Piled Upon run from earlier. Alright, so without further ado, let's get